Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. So just earlier today, I almost got into a car accident. That makes 2 days in a row. And again, yesterday I got into a near miss because my windows were kind of dirty. I've kind of cleaned them up, and what had happened was I drove into the afternoon sun and got on the highway, and oh my god, I could not see anything. And I couldn't even see how to get off the highway. That's how dire everything is. It's a great analogy because it often shows that what can go wrong if we dive into something, into the deep end of something, before we know what we're getting into. Relationships are a great place to do that with, and oh my god, I'm so deep in, I don't even know how to get out, right? That can happen. Well, today I ran into some problems because here in Arizona we have a lot of bad drivers. They're in a hurry, they're angry, but you know what sucks 100 times more than a bad driver? Because a bad driver is still human, right? Usually bad drivers don't go out to kill somebody, right? They're just in a hurry to go to a job that they hate, right? They're in a hurry to get home to a spouse that they might have disagreements with. Usually that's the majority of bad drivers, right? They're still human. They're not out to kill you. They're certainly not out to kill themselves, right? Usually, right? You know what really sucks? Debris on the road! Because those things have no human emotion at all, right? They could care less if they kill you, damage your car, or cause you to hit some other driver, right? They could care less, right? And that was a really good analogy for the kind of problem I ran into at my last job. I had a boss that just couldn't give a shit. No matter what you said, he had no emotion about how it was affecting your work-life balance, no emotions about, especially for me, because I beat at a very different wavelength than a lot of my colleagues. So, in some ways, I've had jobs where the boss was like an angry driver, but this boss, he was like a nail in the road. He could care less about what kind of drama he caused in your life, right? So earlier today, I'm driving down the road, and all of a sudden, there's this chair in the middle of the lane, if you could believe it. And I literally stopped just short of it, and the car behind me almost hit me. And actually, it's kind of interesting. I would have stopped a little bit more aggressively, except that I have a lot of stuff in my car, and that's a big barrier sometimes. I sometimes have precious cargo in my car, whether it be my laptop, my artwork. Sometimes it's a partner, and I care more about damage to that than getting hurt myself or getting my car damaged. My car, I can kind of replace my car. I mean, I've dealt with that enough times, but having some of the other stuff in my life damaged would be a very different story.